Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to NHL Draft Pros.
Shoots, he scores!
All right, the NHL Draft Lottery was a couple days ago, and it was a shocker. The Islanders jumped up from that 10th position to first overall. Unreal. So today's video, we're going to go over some scenarios as to who they should select first overall and some pros and cons to the prospects that we're going to discuss. And if you want to see some scouting reports on some of these prospects, head over to NHL Draft Pros on YouTube or hit the icon below this video and it'll bring you to the homepage. And if you're a hockey fan, well, you know what? Subscribe and like. I'd really appreciate it. It'd help the channel grow. Thanks for watching. Okay, so the Islanders got the coveted first overall spot, and let's go over some scenarios. The first scenario, well, you go with the consensus number one prospect in the nation, and that is Matthew Schaefer, the defenseman that plays for the Erie Otters in the OHL, and he's number one right across the board, as you can see here. NHL Central Scouting, TSN, Bob McKenzie, Elite Prospects, the Hockey News, everyone, they got him as the first-rated prospect. And look at these numbers, 22 points in 17 games, and he's a defenseman, 6'2", 185 pounds. Now, if you're looking at that sample size, yeah, it's small. He's had an injury. He got hurt at the World Juniors, but he has played in the Hlinka. He got 6 points in 5 games. He was the captain on the team. Played in the U18s last year, and his D-1 had 5 points in 7 games. At the World Juniors, had 2 points in 2 games before he got injured. And the name of the game for Matthew Schaefer is skating. He is elite skater. Absolutely just cruises down the ice with ease. And, if you think of players who have really good skating, like the Makars and Quinn Hughes and Lane Hudson's, with a defenseman who has elite skating, you can't go wrong. And that is what Matthew Schaefer brings to the table. Now, it's not only that. There are other factors that play into his game as to why he's the number one prospect. He also has great hands, great vision. Check this out. Watch this little move right here. Then he dishes it off for the easy goal. So yeah, he's just so fluid on the ice. Like he just dances across that frozen pond. And the thing is that he's got that offensive upside and he's really good defensively too. And he's gotten better. He's gotten better over the past couple of seasons. And that's what you want to see in a player's progression. And he is one of the youngest prospects in this draft. He's literally 10 days away from being selected in the 2026 draft. So he is one of the youngest players in this draft. And he's got a little bit of a mean streak in him, as you see right there. He just laid out that guy. And then look at the skating. It's just unreal. And you're going to see here at the World Juniors, he's going to absolutely take a run at this guy right here. Watch this. A boom. So, yeah, you can't go wrong with Matthew Schaefer if you're an Isles fan at number one. Now, scenario number two, probably the best offensive forward in this draft class, and that is Michael Misa. Plays for Saginaw Spirit in the OHL. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. He can play center or the wing. They got him as a center this year. He had 134 points in 65 games, 62 goals. 62 goals in 65 games, almost a goal a game in the OHL. That is unreal. Now, in terms of draft year OHL past prospects, Connor McDavid's number one for points per games, 2.55. Patrick Kane's up there. Michael Misa at number 5, 2.06, ahead of Marner, Tkachuk, Tavares. Like, look at the names on this list. So, yeah, you know what? He's putting up some decent numbers. Now, the thing with Michael Misa is that he is just such a well-rounded player. Look at the wheels on this play right here. Absolutely just gone, like he shot out of a cannon. And he's got a wicked shot. Show you right here. 62 goals in 65 games. Yep. He can shoot a puck. So he's got, and he's a great passer too. So he's a dual threat. And actually the stick handling is unreal too. I'll show you in a clip in a second. So, one of the things is that if the Islanders want to start off that rebuild and they want some offensive upside, well, guess what? Michael Misa is the player. Now, there's some noise about Noah Dobson leaving. And if he does, then, maybe go Schaefer, start off your rebuild with an elite defenseman. But if you want to inject some offense into the team, well, Michael Misa's the player. And he is probably one of the players in this draft that's closest to making the NHL, making that jump in year one. So you wouldn't have a long time to wait for him. But Schaefer probably a little bit longer in terms of development and whatnot. But watch this play right here. This is the one I wanted to show you. Watch him just absolutely turn this defense in and out, and then watch this upstairs. Yep, thank you very much. Like, come on. The skill set is just unreal in Michael Misa. So I could see a potential, if they decide to go forward, Michael Misa might be the play. Number 3 scenario, homegrown James Hagens. The boy is from Long Island. He's an Islander fan. Played in the NCAA this year for Boston College, 34 points in 34 games. Smallish for a centerman, 5'11", 180 pounds. But in terms of skill set, yeah, he's loaded for bear. And if you look at past NHL draft prospects, their points per game, he is at number 9, which is decent. You know, there's Adam Fantilli at the top, Eichel, Celebrini, Kessel, Ken Johnson. Yeah, Matty Beniers. He's ahead of Matty Beniers or tied with Matty Beniers. So he does have some nice pedigree, I guess you could say. And the thing with James Hagens is that he is just so smart with the puck on his stick, high hockey IQ, and just sees the ice really, really well. The thing is that, you know, is he going to make that jump next year? Probably not. I say he's going to go back to college for one more year, a little bit more seasoning, play some World Juniors. This is him at the World Juniors, the U18s, and he broke the record at the U18s last year. And so, you know, and then at the NTDP, when he played for the Team USA, the under 18 team, absolutely torched it there, had 102 points in 50 games. So yeah, you know what? The offensive upside is there, and he had a decent season at the NCAA level. I mean, it wasn't what we expected. We expected a little bit more, but at the end there, he started to get comfortable. He kind of learned, you know, how to adapt to the bigger players and whatnot. So yeah, you know what? James Hagens would be a nice pickup. You know, probably a player that would stick around, I guess you could say. You know, you don't want the John Tavares where they take off on you. And I think that James Hagens, you know, being in front of the home crowd, he might stick around. He'll draw a lot of fans. Like, come on, hometown boy plays for the hometown team, drafted first overall. Like, you can't go wrong. You can't talk a better story book ending, I guess you could say. So this could be a possibility, or they could possibly trade if they want to. So, I mean, there's a lot of potential situations or scenarios for the New York Islanders. It's going to be interesting come draft day in June. But yeah, so like I said, there's your 3 potential players in Matthew Schaefer, the defenseman, Michael Misa, and James Hagens. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, who you think they should pick and draft. I'd like to hear back. And that's it for today. Please hit that subscribe and like button. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.